It's here. It's the most hyped time of year for Minecraft. The time of year where Mojang announces all the cool new features coming to the game. And we got some really awesome features announced at Minecraft Live this year, like the new structure called the Trial Chambers, where players can test their combat skills, and a useful new block called the Crafter, which allows players to automate the crafting process. These are undeniably cool additions to Minecraft, but then why does this update still feel so underwhelming? Well, Minecraft has an update problem. Let's go over that and everything we know so far about 1.21. First thing I want to cover is the winner of this year's mob vote. And to no one's surprise, the army of 9-year-old Minecraft enjoyers banded together and voted for the Armadillo solely so we can enjoy cool wolf armor. Jokes aside, I think the Armadillo is a really cool mob that will add life to the Badlands. And the wolf armor is an awesome feature that players have wanted in the game forever. During Minecraft Live, we got some good news about the mob vote.
Don't feel too bad for the penguin. Remember, our little frog friends didn't win the vote either, but they still managed to hop their way into the game.
This confirms Mojang heard the community's concerns about the mob vote and reassured us all the mobs will make it in the game eventually. So rejoice, crab and penguin enjoyers. Maybe this will include the past mob vote losers like the fan favorite Copper Golem, which would go along great with the first big content reveal for 1.21 at Minecraft Live 2023. This is a huge procedurally generated multi-room structure known as the Trial Chamber, which consists of multiple new features and a unique visual style. This is probably the biggest feature announced so far. The Trial Chamber will have a large corridor that leads to different rooms with challenges, or a supply chest. The Trial Chamber has a really great aesthetic with a few new variations of existing blocks. There's brick, chiseled, and polished versions of tuff. And Mojang went really crazy with adding new copper blocks. We got chiseled copper, copper doors, trapdoors, cool copper grates, and even these awesome steampunk looking copper bulbs that change brightness depending on its oxidation level, which can add a cool element of storytelling to your builds. There will be a new type of spawner in the Trial Chambers, called, you guessed it, the Trial Spawner. This spawner works a little different than the mob spawners currently in the game. They spawn different creatures based on the blocks surrounding its base, and only spawn a limited amount of mobs based on the amount of players around it. And after all the mobs are defeated, the Trial Spawner will dispense a reward of diamonds and emeralds, and then go on cooldown for a time until it will spawn mobs again. Mojang also revealed a new hostile mob called the Breeze that will spawn in the Trial Chambers. This seems to be a different variation of the Blaze that jumps around throwing windburst, which can hurt the player or interact with blocks in the world, like buttons and trapdoors, which adds environmental hazards into the challenge of the Trial Chambers. This is where I think the Copper Golem would fit perfectly. One, because he's, well, copper, and that fits perfectly with the aesthetic of the Trial Chambers. And Copper Golems could be used in interesting ways in the challenge rooms, like running around pressing copper buttons, adding more environmental hazards into the mix like the Breeze does. The other thing Mojang revealed is a new block called a Crafter. This is a block that can automate crafting with redstone, ushering in the industrial era of Minecraft. You could have a factory of farms hooked up to crafters and have an unlimited supply of almost any item in Minecraft. The Crafter is probably part of the reason Mojang is nerfing villager trading in an upcoming update, to make the Crafter block even more useful. This brings me to the problem with Minecraft updates. Well, not all Minecraft updates had major problems. I mean, Caves and Cliffs ended up taking 3 updates, and the Wild update was basically Caves and Cliffs Part 3 after the Birch Forest was cut. But I think the real trouble started with 1.20, the Trails and Tales update. When Trails and Tales was announced, it was the most controversial update to date. That was until Mojang clutched it at the end by including the cherry blossom biome. How could you be mad in a cherry blossom biome? I don't think it's possible. But after watching this year's Minecraft Live, I was overwhelmed with the feeling of being, well, underwhelmed by all the new content announced. Maybe because there just wasn't a lot announced. Agnes said something very important at this year's Minecraft Live.
Yes, so we want a good balance between adding new things and also going back and improving existing things.
I completely agree here. These are good things to focus the game's development on. But so far, this update is just focused on improving existing things, like having a much requested and much improved Dungeon 2.0 in the Trial Chambers. They are adding cool new uses and variations for the already existing tuff and copper blocks. The Trial Spawner is a special mob spawner, the Crafter is an automated crafting table. The new mob, the Breeze, is a blowy blaze instead of a burny one, and none of this feels entirely new. So what makes a good update? The best way to know what makes a good update is to look back at the great updates of the past. The Update Aquatic overhauled the oceans. The Village and Pillage update overhauled villages. The Nether update overhauled the entire Nether. And Caves and Cliffs Part 1 through 69 overhauled, well, the entire overworld. All these updates had biome overhauls and a clear theme to get hyped around. Now they don't even announce the title of the update when they announce the update. So the community has to use their imaginations like, is 1.21 the combat and crafting update? Mojang did say they were going to add more things over time until the final release, similar to 1.20. 1.21 needs to have a clear theme centered around a biome overhaul. The community really wanted an end overhaul for this year's update, but that really wouldn't go along with the theme of the rest of the features announced so far. So maybe they could do another community requested biome, like the Badlands, which is the last biome needing to be added after the 2019 biome vote. This would include a biome generation overhaul like was done for the mountain and swamp biomes, and include features like vultures, tumbleweeds, and a new type of cactus. And this would also fit nicely with this year's mob vote winner, the Armadillo. Honestly, why do I have this balloon in my hand? That's better. Honestly, all the content announced this year, like the trial chamber and the crafter block, look amazing. This would be a lot less controversial update if Mojang committed to a theme and named the update when it's announced like they did previously to 1.20. But I think Mojang got nervous about committing to themes after they bit off more they could chew with the Caves and Cliffs update, because the features ended up being released over the next 3 updates. And I get being hesitant to commit as a game developer after that, but Caves and Cliffs was a special case, where they overhauled all of Minecraft Overworld generation, adding a whole underground world with new cave biomes and massive mountain biomes with an increased build height. There's no denying that was a huge undertaking as a developer. There was also the community backlash after the Birch Forest overhaul and Firefires weren't included in the Wild update, so it ended up basically being Caves and Cliffs Part 3 plus the Mangrove Swamp. All that being said, I'm excited to see what else Mojang has in store for the 1.21 update. There's still time to make this one of the great Minecraft updates. What did you think of Minecraft Live and everything announced for 1.21 so far? Let me know in the comments below. My name's Sam, and if you feel like it, maybe like the video, and if you want more Minecraft content like this, please subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye! This dude stole his mom's credit card for sure. Look at him, he's swagging out. Yeah, what up, dude? You looking good, brother?